guys, stay until the very end. I have a fabulous announcement and you'll see a lot of original things that were on this channel come back. As you can see, the background should be a hint. The background is a little bit different. The pink treadmill is probably the giveaway of the all pink outfit. So you'll see some changes coming to this channel permanently in the next 6 months. And then a year after that, it's definitely, or after the 6 months, it will definitely be very, very different. So be sure to stay until the very end to make sure that you get everything and all the news. Now enjoy this vlog.
Sign up now for weekly style inspiration, elegant living, and all things cultivated at giagritter.com/inspo. Here you'll find all of my social media and luxurious finds in one place. Now back to the video.
I want to know something, you guys. I've noticed that when you call men, specifically human adult males, incompetent, they get severely offended. And if someone called me incompetent, I would laugh it off. Men flip their lid. They will flip a table when you call them incompetent, and they'll get their feelings genuinely hurt. I noticed this.
It depends on who it comes from. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. If a stranger calls you incompetent, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's rude. But if your wife calls you incompetent, it's personal.
Yeah.
Am I right? Let me know in the comments below. Is that what that's from?
Yeah.
The Compendium of T.H. White?
It's Excelsior means onward and upward, and that.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
The motto of New York State.
Oh, it's just something I heard Jordan Peterson say. Check out this. Check out this. Oh! It's like that guy.
Yeah, that'd be a good video, right?
To each their own. It's a beautiful day at the Jacobson Park. Jacobson. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. The boats is. A wooden throne to pray over. Oh, we should get rods.
Is this comfortable enough for you?
Yeah, it's our composure. We brought light Tupperwares, not the glass ones, so it's not heavy. Made these, what do you call these? Oh yeah, quiches, mini quiches, bananas. It's got a little rip in it, gotta eat this fast. Made some whoopie pies. I had to break them up and eat them before we could put them in there. And then some mandarins. And then Pellegrino. Got different renditions of sunscreen. Got Fenty Beauty, SPF 30 sunscreen, moisturizer. A Perfect World by Origins SPF 40 with green tea. And Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. This is my favorite if you want to put it anywhere on your body, because I've ever put any of these on my body. This on my face because it's not oily or sticky. All-time base. Gonna stock up for 100 of these. And then Charlotte Tilbury, pretty color, warm tone, but I need to keep my lips moist and I'm running out of the other ones. This tennis dress is from Halara. It's a beautiful day. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit in Jacobson Park. Are we in Lexington?
Yes, Lexington, Kentucky.
He's the one who planned this. And this is where we actually had a tashlich in my Rosh Hashanah video. It was a gorgeous day, similar to this one. Oh my gosh, look at this bird. He is iridescent green with black body. Not that bird, that's my husband. This dress comes with shorts. And they're separate. They're not like one piece where it's a bodysuit where you put it on. It is completely separate and it's optional. So if you want to wear shorts underneath in case it's too hot, or if you want to play tennis with this dress, or if you just want to wear it for the style. I'm sitting down at the park, so I definitely wanted some shorts. And the pocket is perfect for my phone. And then there's another pocket here where you can keep pens and pens. I don't think you carry pens. Pockets are genius, especially when you have a dress without it. And I like the seamless look, and I like the fact that it's hidden underneath the dress. So something to keep in mind. Gorgeous. This morning, John and I went to synagogue and we were all dressed up. We even took some portraits. We've been planning to take some portraits together for weeks now. We wanted to do it when we're dressed up because we never had official engagement photos or wedding photos. We had wedding dinner photos, but the actual day, I don't remember having photos. That's not good because I wanted to do professional ones, and I think we're gonna have a celebration later. He still talks about it, so I think we are. It's just not, it's been on the back burner. We took some photos ourselves, then we're also gonna have another photo shoot later of just us. That's professional. I've just been so stressed, and when my house is a mess, I can't think straight. I cannot find anything right now. This is the worst it's ever been in this apartment. So finally, it's just that when we have downtime, we spend it together and get lost in that time together, which is a good thing, but we need to balance. We're finding our stride again. I'm kind of tired of seeing things online that are plywood and they're not made very well. They're just mass produced and everyone has them. Everyone looks like they have them. So I'm looking for something unique and something affordable, obviously, and then something that we can definitely have for a long time. Doesn't necessarily have to break the budget. So that's my goal today, is to at least have a look at the selection, and then I can decide from there whether I want to get something here or online. I really need some self-care day, some self-care time to myself, because I need a facial. I need to clean my skin for spring. I need to spring clean the house, spring clean my wardrobe. I also need to get back into having a good workout routine. That I want to be able to wear all my spring and summer clothes and feel good about myself. I'm wondering what you guys think about a swimsuit haul or lingerie haul. If that's too much, there are lots of cute swimsuits, but I'm trying to find some more modest ones that when you raise your arms, you don't totally lose your swimsuit. And I really like one pieces, and there are some elegant ones out there, and I'm trying to find something that you can easily maneuver without worrying if you bend over. This happens, the string of your bikini bottoms fall off. I definitely want to be more covered up, and I'm thinking of getting sclerotherapy because I had this bug bite that looks like a black scar. It's just like a dark purple, black, blue mark, and it looks like I was punched in the leg, but it was just a bug bite that never fully healed. So I don't know what happened there. I'm looking into sclerotherapy and different laser treatments and facial treatments and taking care of my skin, because as I'm getting older, I am just getting more stressed out with more responsibilities. So I'm trying to find a balance. I cannot wait until I'm working for myself again one day, because right now
there's a lot on my shoulders, but it feels good to have that purpose, that drive to get me motivated. I also found someone to help me out with my blog online. I found a couple people, and I want to get back into posting on Instagram, posting on my blog very consistently. My YouTube is a bit more consistent than others because that's my favorite platform where I get to connect with you guys. And let me know if you visited my blog or LTK, whatever you would like to see some more of on any of my social platforms, because I miss posting outfits. I miss talking to you guys a bit more. And I notice in vlogs, I will either talk too much or don't talk at all. So the narrative I thought would just be visual, but letting you guys put two and two together, I think I should still narrate a little bit. So I was thinking of doing voiceovers, but we'll see how the vlogs go, because I also want to make them more cinematic, and I also want the quality to go up. So it might take a year for them to be where I want them to be, but I'm definitely going to do the best with what I have right now, and I hope you guys enjoy them or find them relaxing or play them in the background. And that, thank you so much for watching. Seriously. I mean, sincerely, from my heart, it means a lot that the people who are watching, I know they don't always comment all the time, but I know you guys are watching, which makes me feel, that's more than enough. The fact that I'm posting my life, my visual journal on here, makes me feel like I have to post something. But for me, it's catching up with my friends and family who are abroad who watch. So thank you. I miss you. Thank you for being here. Even if I don't know you personally, that means quite a bit. So I hope you enjoy this.
John is on husband duty. Excuse me, sir, what is in this bag?
Your cosmetic items.
Can you please repeat that?
Your cosmetic items. And a piece of paper.
I like this song.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Of all of this, and the only reason to do this is because you hate the West, and this is just the most pure iteration of hating.
Oh, sorry.
Today has been a very interesting day so far.
Today we are flying the Cirrus SR22 GTS. And this is the first time. This is Matt. I think this is the first time Cooper is going to fly a Cirrus. She is my crush. It's my favorite aircraft, actually. That's Matt doing the Matrix. Now we are sending in the reinforcements.
Oh, I know what's wrong. No, it's got the clips. There's somebody, whoever put this back in is an idiot, that's all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Don't damage the aircraft. Gonna be a bumpy ride.
prettiest house I've ever seen in my life. This looks so fuzzy. This ivy smells very strong. It's got a lot of wicks. It smells very green, like if you're walking through a very strong smelling forest. I like all the fake plants because if you don't have a green thumb but want to spruce up the place, hydrangeas, pretty pretty. gorgeous, welcome back to the Hollywood Hills. I did not want to look super busted for filming today. However, I just got out the shower trying to feel fresh again. I worked out a bit before I went into bed, relaxed, played some piano, and then showered. I went to bed feeling sticky. I don't know why. I just woke up and then I showered again this morning. Also, I did not get enough sleep. For some reason, I've been sleeping very well since I've been here in Los Angeles. My mind is at peace. I'm very happy to be back. I'm saying hello to all my friends. My skin was amazing. All of a sudden, last night I went to bed at 2 a.m. and I believe it's because I had a coffee way too late, but that's the only reason why I do not feel well today. However, this is the day that everybody wants to see me. Anyway, all my friends invited me out and I had so many plans for today. Now I have to take a rest for the day before I go see them. I'm gonna take it easy today. I started a new business and this is the last vlog that you will see me in Kentucky, living there fully. So the next time you see me in Kentucky will be in about 4 to 6 months and I will have some news coming out. I am not allowed to talk about it just yet. Life is good. I'm back in Los Angeles. For those of you who don't know, I was fired along with 5 other people that I'm aware of. We were all helping each other find jobs. It was actually really interesting. A lot of them were pilots too. It was a whole thing. You'll learn more in a few months and I can legally talk about things a little bit more just to be safe. I also have other news outside of work. You'll see it all in that video. I created a video almost 2 weeks ago now. It's scheduled out to come out the same time next year. So that's going to be interesting. Life has changed the past 6 months. It's already 5 months left in the year. It's crazy. This year flew by. The last 6 months have changed my life entirely. The 6 months before that changed my life entirely, and the 6 months before that changed my life entirely. I'm noticing a pattern here that you can change your life drastically in 6 months. I don't know if I'm going to create a whole video on that, but that's my goal. I already started on that, which is crazy. So when I got fired, I started a business and I got a client the next day, which was crazy to me. Then I got 7 other clients and I thought, why wasn't I doing this before? I actually have done this before several years ago. This was before I started vlogging. This was back when Mr. Dixon and I were living in this gorgeous luxury apartment. I wish I vlogged it because I wish I vlogged a lot of things in my life in Los Angeles when we were married and before we were married, because my channel would look very different now. Announcements. This is going to be my main channel. I created a handful of other channels. So Dixon Etiquette is my channel strictly for etiquette. I left all my videos here on this channel and then there are etiquette playlists on that channel, and then I'll also have it, I will also be having etiquette reaction videos come out. Wondering if I should still continue teaching etiquette, but I do know I want to talk about it online some more, as I've also been getting requests to teach etiquette in person. It's actually pretty even in Kentucky versus LA. There's a need for it everywhere. I look like a panda with these eye patches. These are my Pixie Fortify glow toning patches and they're super hydrating and they make me feel very cool and refreshed after my entire routine is done. I used to wear these a lot, especially back in that time when Mr. Dixon and I were 4 years ago in a beautiful apartment together in LA. Would wear them on my drive on my commute to work. Anyway, this channel is going to be the main channel where there's going to be vlogs, there's going to be shopping, it's going to be more relaxing. This is a positive place. Then I have another channel which is for news. It's for conservative news. I'm not here on this channel ever wanting to be political, and the reason I created multiple channels is because every time, say for example, if I post a vlog video, people who want to see etiquette or shopping click out. If I want to post an etiquette video, people who want shopping and style click out. I'm making it easier by simply making each channel something specific so that you can see that all the time and you know what to expect. I made it more streamlined and it's also easier for me. I feel very organized now, but before when I had a 9 to 5, it's true when they say to focus on one thing at a time, that I could specialize in a bunch of things. I'm probably not going to be posting too much on my news channel, but I will be posting a lot on my etiquette channel. I have some etiquette reaction videos coming out, and then I have a lot of shopping luxury vlogs coming out now that I'm back in Los Angeles. I miss the store so much. There is no Nordstrom, there is no Bloomingdale's, there is no anything in Kentucky, and the only thing that I experienced that was anything near luxury shopping was Williams-Sonoma, which is fabulous. I have a whole haul. I have an entire video of Williams-Sonoma of all the high quality things that are luxury that I use in my kitchen, and I'm also looking at a new KitchenAid. By the way, I'm thinking of getting one in either the feather pink or the porcelain matte cream. I feel very bummed that I did not post a lot of my vlogs before when I was in Los Angeles and I was posting more etiquette, and I thought, you know what, people would to see this kind of life. Especially when I was in Kentucky, I realized I would talk about a lot of things that were normal and people would not believe me, and I thought, this is an average day in Los Angeles, especially here in the Hollywood Hills. And I thought I'm going to share that with you a little bit more for those of you who are interested. If you want to follow, if you want to subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified. But I'm going to have a lot more vlogs, just relaxing things, luxury shopping. Right now, I am studying a lot of different financing things. I'm reading up on Googling how to make your credit good without using too much credit, or how to make a certain amount wisely and live really simply so that I can retire by 50 max. I want to retire when I'm 40, let's be real. That's 10 years. So I got to sacrifice a lot. Have a plan. I'm very excited. I can actually tackle it within 6 years as long as I am disciplined. But I'm also thinking about either moving to New York or London or Italy even. I was thinking about Milan. The only thing is I have to learn Italian, and I do not speak Italian. I can read it when people speak. I get the gist of what people are saying, proficiently get around and understand. I'm gonna learn a bunch of languages. That's like my average day. I should create a vlog where I am just speaking a bunch of languages. I got to practice my Swahili the other night at a party, which was really fun. My goal is to become not conversational, but at least C3 fluent in Spanish, Italian, French, and Hebrew. I want to be conversational over time, get really good at reading it and even writing it so that I can write in it beautifully, because when I write in it, it's just so ugly. I want to make it beautiful because it's a gorgeous language. I also want to learn Arabic. I love triconsonantal root languages. I think they're so marvelous to listen to. I was talking with my Muslim friends, and I think it's really interesting when you talk with Muslim people, because guys in American guys at a party will put their arm around you and say, "Hey girl, what's up?" And then Muslim guys will just they'll stand back and appreciate you and not touch you and talk to you like a person. They're a bit more gentlemanly in that sense, where I really appreciate that. And people are always surprised when I speak Arabic. So that's one of my goals. And then I also want to get incredibly versed in finances, in credit, in investing. My goal is to have 4 properties on my own, or 4plexes. I have a lot of friends, people in my circle in general, and Mr. Dixon was really good at property. He understands it very well. He used to work in a credit company, so he also understands finances very well, and his side of the family has a lot of really good business acumen in general. I'm learning still from him, kind of, because I have really people I've known for 10 years here in Los Angeles, genuine friends. I used to see them every other day, and I wasn't allowed to film any of the things because at parties I would have to sign an NDA and not talk about it, or they put a sticker on your phone, they say you can't post here. That's also part of the reason why I didn't vlog a lot of things. But my friends are high impact people, or it's weird to say that because they're not famous, but they are in LA. If you know LA, everyone knows each other. It's a really weird small world. Someone told me they're gonna ask retirement plan advice, and I asked, how much does this person make who is a financial advisor? And they said about 100K. And I said, why are you asking them for retirement plan advice? I mean, that's smart if you have an average job. I was listening to this book, Smart Couples Finish Rich, in this wonderful audiobook. I think it's David Bach is the one who wrote it. He says that there is this couple who retired at 50 years old. All of their finances were impeccably in order. And he asked, what do you guys do for a living? The husband said, I work for the government making $40,000 a year. The wife is a part-time hairstylist who brings in $17,000 a year, and they got to retire and they lived incredibly. And he said, how did you guys manage this? They bought everything used. They didn't have a bunch of lines of credit. You can leverage credit and do fantastic things that make significant differences in living a higher end lifestyle if you want. You can just make money off it and not live a high lifestyle. If you want to make a lot of money, it's good to actually leverage credit, depending on your theory on finance, because there are a lot of people who don't believe in it and they're just like cream, casuals, everything around me. If you got that reference, we're probably friends. Comment Wu-Tang in the comments below. The financial advisor in the book knows a lot of millionaires who absolutely go broke, who go bankrupt, and don't really have a retirement plan, where then there are lots of average regular working people who don't make over $50,000 a year, and they work as a team, and they said the rule is you have to be on the same page and make a plan together. He said, what did you do that propelled you into such success with a retirement plan like this? The husband said his entire family said that they should start working on their finances together the first year that they are married. So they were married at about 20 years old or something like this. Just so you know, this YouTube channel actually started out as a business YouTube channel, and still today people still follow me purely for business advice, and they send me email and personal thank yous, which is amazing. Thank you so much. I am paying attention, and I always email them back, of course. And then I turned this video into more of a self-care, self-love, self-growth channel, which I'm gonna go back to a little bit more because I miss doing that. People would either absolutely hate what I have to say and I would get death threats, or they would follow me and be a subscriber for life, so thank you. I just want to be authentic on here as much as possible and let you guys know what's going on. This channel is about to get really fun because something really funny was I've never gotten a job in retail. When I was a teenager, I thought it was so cool to work in retail because you got to work in a store full of clothes. Sorry, my hair is drying. You got to work in a store full of beautiful clothes, and I thought that was the pinnacle of being stylish, being fashionable, being cool. I could never get a job in retail. Not because, oh, I think that they're lowly. No, not at all. It's because I was never experienced enough to work in retail. So anytime I would apply to a retail place, I would get turned down because they say, you don't have any retail experience. Everyone else here who's getting hired worked at 2 Forever 21s, and all you've done is work for a bunch of luxury private companies. Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And then I realized I came here in LA so I could starting this business. Everyone I knew who is successful, back to that, sorry, I'm all over the place. This the human brain on coffee. Back to that, when someone told me about their retirement plan that they're going to go to a person who makes 100K a year. I don't want to make 100K a year when I'm retired. I want to make more than that. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's easily doable. What are you willing to sacrifice? Anyway, when that person told me that person makes 100K a year, I know people who drop $45 million cash for a building. So I was thinking, why ask them? I'm going to ask these people that I already know, who actually want to see me every day, who are my genuine friends. I'm going to ask them for advice because they know what they're doing. They're doing something right, and they're not that old. They're not even 40 yet. I have friends who are in their 30s who are retired. Some don't even live in the country. They have a place here. They're not here full time is what I'm saying. All the access, I have the resources. I made the connections socially as friends with all these people that I didn't even know they were that successful. I remember it was like 5 years in when I was hanging out with my friends. I finally asked, what does he do for a living? Someone said, oh, he does this and this. And I thought, no way. That's why we are always out all the time. Is that why? And so I was genuinely surprised. It also made me realize that these people really did love me for me because I was absolutely nobody. I had nothing to offer except just having fun and being myself anytime they invited me out. So that really means a lot to me that I came back to LA and I felt really alone, and these people opened their arms up to me and said, we've missed you so much. I miss this. In Lexington, I didn't have that. It was just like one person making an effort. I really miss LA. We're gonna have a lot of adventures together. This is my last Kentucky vlog where I am fully vlogging my life, and there is a reason why I have not been talking a lot in my vlogs. You will see that come out in a video in 4 to 6 months. You'll see a lot of changes in 4 to 6 months. I want to say thank you. I feel like I'm giving like the longest Oscar speech right now, which is ridiculous because I'm not that important. So there's a reason why I wasn't explaining, actually vlogging what I was doing, and it's just a bunch of montages to music. There's a reason for that, and I will open up a little bit more about that when I legally can. I'm really sorry about my vlogs. I feel like they've been dropping off and I've been losing inspiration since focusing on my 9 to 5. I give everything 110%. YouTube is my favorite place to be because I feel like I can just be myself. I have 2,000 subscribers on my channel. Imagine being in a room with 2,000 people. That's what it feels like. 200 only might be paying attention, but imagine being in a bathtub with 200 people because my amount of friends that I have can fill up a bathtub. Other days it feels like they can fill up a phone booth. The fact that people are paying attention to this means the world to me. So thank you for your time, and I want to make my vlogs better just for you. Also for me, because this is my journal and I want to look back and think I did so many incredible things. I can look back and smile and laugh and be happy because I love making things beautiful. This channel is literally about making your life beautiful. Your clothes, your attitude, your home, your food, your anytime you go out and your exchanges with people make life beautiful. I changed my channel to cultivated life and style, and I feel like that's too cold. It used to be a sustainably elegant life. I don't want to be considered like an elegance coach. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to just remind you to enjoy your life. Live it to the fullest capacity you can.